If you wanna stay with me, if you wanna try, maybe you could be with me, but only for the night. And underneath the window, baby, leave my key outside the door. We don't need to tell nobody, but I think I'm ready to be loved. Only for the night. If you wanna stay with me, if you wanna try, maybe you could be with me, but only for the night. And underneath the window, baby, leave my key outside the door.
There we go. What's been a party? We have live auctions ending today. First time in 2025. We've had some buy it nows going over the week. Been having some fun. Woo, keep going in and out of focus when I move around too much. Must be very exciting times, huh? So what we have a decent show today. We only have 7 auctions. I uploaded another 15 auctions that are going live today, and 2 more buy it nows as well too. So we have a lot to review here. So we should be ending the show at around 1:30. So we got a good 45 minutes of show to get on with. Excuse me, still getting over this cold. It will never end, ever. But yeah, let's see. What do we got to kick off things with first? We have our sponsor, Mr. Nissan, right? Thank you, Mr. Nissan. And what are we having in the Mr. Nissan today? This is the last of those summits I had. We got the Porter, and that's a good one to end with, I think. So we'll go ahead and crack this bad boy open. Oh yeah, that sounds nice, doesn't it? Cheers. I got a little UV light going on back here. I'm trying to bleach Super Nintendo games. Not working so well so far. I even purchased a device that is like a food sanitizer slash phone, car keys, all this crap sanitizer, right? So it's got a UV globe up on top, and it spins, and you can put water in it or not. And it also puts ozone in. So I call it the destinctifier. You need some good old Shastas. I agree with you. I like that. That sounds kind of tasty. Anyway, the unit I bought off May, the UV lamps don't work, which was the whole point for me, because I was going to throw a whole bunch of Nintendo plastic in there and some what do you call it? Hydrogen peroxide, and attempt to make that work better. But so I emailed them and said, hey, UV light isn't engaging. And they came back and said, here's all your money back. Fuck off. So there you go. Sorry, swear. Whatever. But yeah. So that isn't working. So I bought just basically screw-in UV lamps for growing things. Bulbs that were cheap on Amazon. And I'm just trying a little test here. What's good about the thing, though, is being that it has ozone, I can put a whole bunch of games in there at one time and take smoke cell out like crazy. So it will have a use. There you go. That's all I got to say about that. Why don't... Yeah, you like the Zycon collection for the cold? Yeah, I sit in the chair behind me a lot and watch some TVs. And, that was early in the cold, though. I'm much, much better now. I skied last week like every day you could ski. So I've been out skiing a lot. Tempted to lose some weight, but then I weigh myself and I'm like, why am I gaining weight? Whoops. Ooh, and it might be this. So, with New Year's, we have a New Year's resolution going on here. A lot of people are doing dry January. I'm calling it 3-day January. only allowed to drink on Wednesdays, Fridays, Saturdays. Now, if I want to, I can skip a Friday or Saturday and move to another day. That's okay. I can do that. So anyway, trying to lose a couple of pounds doing it that way. Let's look at the... Oh my gosh. I am a rookie here. How do I have this so screwed up right now? I gotta make a setting change. Bear with me. I don't need to be watching the YouTube on here. I gotta move this up there. And then I can share my screen with you so we can look at the eBay crap, right? That's what's important. So let me look up. All right. And now, if we go over... Oh, bear with me here. Desktop with cam. There we go. This is our first auction, but we want to look at everything together, right? So let's go to the active listings. Here's the two I put up, though, just hours ago for Buy It Now. It's really expensive. We got a really rare copy of Bucky O'Hare for the Nintendo. And we have that set at $159, believe it or not, but it's in really nice shape. So if this doesn't sell on the auction, then we will be putting this, this doesn't sell as a Buy It Now, we will eventually be putting this one up for auction. Same here with this Dragon Warrior. This is complete in box. Now, the box is a little damaged. It's got a plastic protective case on it all, but it's actually intact very well. You can see here, it comes with both of the maps, the styrofoam, everything's there. Book, all that good stuff. $360. Now, the last one sold for $400, but it was like almost in mint condition. So, I know this one's a little bit more beat up, so we dropped the price a little. How about that? Now, if we're looking at auctions ending today, we have the Pokemon Diamond version. That's the first one ending in 9 minutes here. Then we have a lot of the Nintendo games. We went through these last week, but yeah, sitting at $35. We have the lot of the Super Nintendo games sitting at $61. I think we have room to grow in both of these, but we will see. You don't know until you know. We have a lot of watchers, so we have 24 and 18, and even on the Pokemon game we have 20. That's interesting. This one shot up a lot higher than I thought it would. It's at $152.50, and that is a very healthy number for The Legend of Zelda. It's actually higher than I would have put the Buy It Now on, so I always get confused by that. Sinistron has been moving up this morning. It moved up to 67. And then we have brand new copies of Super Mario Galaxy 2 and Animal Crossing for the Nintendo Wii. They're sitting at $31 and $23. So it's just, it's a jam pack. It's going to be a good show, guys. We'll have some interesting situations, I'm sure. Yeah, that's pretty good. So while we're waiting on this countdown here, I think it's important to say that I need to be playing a video game and I can't get into anything right now. I tried my neighbor Kyle's Farm Simulator, and I literally think I fell asleep at the computer trying to play that. It was rough. I don't know what's supposed to be fun about driving a tractor and plowing a field. Now, I've played other farming games. I'm playing one right now on my cell phone where I have my own little farm, but it's much more plant and like harvest, not just like drive a tractor around. But I'm sure to the right person, Farming Simulator is a really great game. But I'm thinking about my Switch. And, I never really got too much into this. Get Dredge for your Rogue Ally. I might have to check that out. But I'm going to try this first. I've been liking my Switch a lot. My OLED Switch. And I never really got around to playing any of my Xenoblade games. And this is that Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition, whatever. And this originally came on the Wii. And I have it for the Wii. But they improved it, I think, for the Switch, and I think I'm going to give this one a little shot, because this is a very highly rated RPG, which is good. Yeah, I have trouble. Mark, my brother, Bat Kato, he can get into any game if he just turns it on, I think. He... Cozy fishing horror game. Yeah, I don't know. It's hard. And I don't like playing my Rogue Ally how do you say it? The battery's fine on it, I guess, but it just feels like it's a hassle to play sometimes. I don't know how to describe it. I think this guy has bought from me before. So hopefully we're getting some of the return people back. I know it's been a long hiatus since we've had like a lot of true live shows and auctions ending. Over the holidays, I just think it's just silly to mess with. And everything worked out just exactly as planned. Well, if my sister's playing the game, Mark, that's a really bad sign because she has terrible taste in video games. Just kidding. Well, that's cool. But anyway, we'll see what ends up happening with that. But let's hope for a good showing today. I'm already past my quota I set for the week for my sales. So, pretty happy with that. Always happy with that. So, anything we move up on in bids today is gravy. But I need some gravy. My house insurance went up 33%. I can't figure out why, but I'm going to start shopping tomorrow. I'm paying nearly as much for my homeowner's insurance now as a house that is worth twice as much as mine. And I haven't done any claims. So, and I'm not in a fire zone. So that's good. Yeah, so this beer's tasting good. Wednesdays is one of my days. It's church night and going to the Big Dog. After we get done with all these post office runs, hopeful post office runs today. Hopefully people pay right away. You just never do know. You don't know. But I like how Mark, you still call her sister Sarah, because you haven't dated a Sarah or been married to a Sarah in a very long time. So we kind of have it narrowed down at this point. I think that you can just say Sarah. Terrible, right? Look at this Pokemon game. Why is Pokemon so much fun? I've never really quite gotten it, but I tell you, it's what the kids like, though. DS. I put down kind of a backer over my carpet, but obviously I'm not a photographer because I still have the carpet in the background. What a slacker. Terrible person. They saw the skeletons in the front yard and were alarmed and upped your premiums. That's right. My wife is obsessed with these skeletons and dressing them and putting them in the front yard, even outside of Halloween. Now, I like that she has hobbies. I think that's great. So I will support her 100%. And Katie is here. Katie has joined the group. Hello, Katie. Haven't seen you on the show live in a while, so that's good. Oh, I'm going to Big Dog tonight, Katie. I know you were there last night and you're having such a good time, so. I don't know, my screen seems to shift every now and then. I can't figure out if it's just my eyes or if I'm going crazy. Whatever. We'll see. So we got 2 minutes and 24 seconds on our first auction, which is sitting at a $33 even. I only doubled up the last auction today because we only have the 7. So kind of have us like 6 slots, kind of a half hour-ish that way in auction times. So, yeah, we'll just see what happens. It's crazy how you can have just a couple drinks of beer and you start feeling a little bit warm. I like it. Under 2 minutes, folks. Under 2 minutes. Yeah. So, there, it just did it again. Like, the screen keeps moving. I don't quite get what's going on. Anyway. I'm obsessed with something on YouTube lately. I moved again. Is it this stupid thing down here, this mostly cloudy thing causing like the bar to move up and down? I don't know. Flat Earth people are my thing right now. And I have to say that they're crazy. And it's enjoyable to watch them talk about the water on the earth and how vacuum works in space and how dumb they just are. It is quite entertaining. I'm not going to lie. It is really good stuff. And there's a science guy that has a podcast that likes to play their episodes and tell them how they're wrong. And one guy invited him on live and got so mad at him. He said either he leaves or I leave. The Flat Earth guy was so mad. And they ended up deleting the show, but he captured it all. And I watched it through his channel, which was pretty sweet. Yeah, why does this... It's like the scroll wheel moves on its own. Possessed, I swear. 30 seconds to go, folks. I'm a dance mom tonight. I got to get back on eBay. And maybe the Pokemon card. Oh, yeah. Pokemon card you got. All right. Snipe time. 20 seconds. What do we have here? Anything good? Anything good? Anything good? 10 seconds to go. $33. Come on. Is it the right time to be selling? Oh, we got one snipe. $34. $46.50. That's what I was hoping for. And we got... How about that? $46.50. Take it any day of the week. That's like almost 3 beers at Big Dog during happy hour. All right, let's take a look at the next. Did I not click on this? There we go. $35 for 10 NES games? Are you kidding me? What a deal. I need a hobby during dry January. Your dry January is almost over, Katie. Oh, you're right. I should probably make some new snipe videos. I agree with you, Katie. Tell you what, next week I promise to have at least one new one, if not 2. How about that? It's hard to get back in the swing of throwing mass things up on eBay again, because you kind of get into this rhythm, and like getting back into that rhythm has been a bit complicated. I'm not going to lie. And, but it's been fun too. I don't know how to describe it. Just don't know how to describe it. But yeah, we're sitting at $35 here for 10 NES games with 3 minutes and 40 seconds to go. Now, as you can see, I am wearing a Minnesota Viking sweatshirt. And being a Minnesota Viking fan there's a lot to decompress here, right? I swear that I'm by no means a football expert. But I can read people and I can understand things and I know the sport of football fine. I've watched football my whole life. But I think what affects people the most, especially in Minnesota, is the time of the year that the season ends. Now, if you're having a bad season and it just runs out, yeah, whatever, okay? But when you go to the playoffs and you lose, and you're all amped up to watch a game, and you just returned to work and work sucks because you have to work 5 days a week again and you're just pissed. And then the one thing you have to look forward to just falls apart. And you're like, mother effer. And you see so much steam, especially from up north, I think, because it's cold, it's hard to go outside, and people just get pissed off. There. Okay? But it's football. It's our team. What else are we going to do, right? So get over it. Second, I made up my mind today. I want to keep Sam Darnold. And I think it's good what happened is how he kind of, well, the whole team shit the bed the last 2 games, really. Yeah, Darnold wasn't throwing accurate, but the line wasn't there for him either like it was a majority of the rest of the year, okay? And I think he gets a little paranoid about throwing interceptions, so he holds the ball a little bit long because he wants to be accurate. Okay, fair. But regardless, I think him losing those 2 games is going to give us an opportunity at keeping him at a better price. Possibly. And if we could get him at a good price and let the rookie sit longer and develop, we could potentially have quite a bit extra money to hopefully improve that line. The offensive line. See how the screen just keeps moving up and down? It's driving me nuts. But anyway, yeah, just my 2 cents, what I was thinking anyway. And it's just my opinion. And you can like it or you can hate it. But I know that everybody wants that McCarthy guy to come in right away next year. And that's the votes on Facebook. I think it was like 9-1. Like, yeah, whatever. But regardless, I think we should keep Sam Darnold. Because the guy kind of came out of nowhere. He did very well for us. He is an accurate throwing quarterback generally. It's his first time he ever played a playoff game, for Christ's sake. Who knows? Who knows? But yeah, my friends, like some of you guys on here, excuse me, probably too, were like, this game, like, we're making so many comments back and forth, but I just kind of shut up. I wrote touchdown once, I think, in a text group, but kind of a little bit of what I was expecting, especially after last week. All right, we got the 10 NES games getting in the snipe zone. We're at 20 seconds. $35, 19, 18, 41. We got one snipe already. We're at $41.15 to go. $41.15 to go. 10 seconds to go. Still at 41. What will this end up being at? It's a pretty common games, but you never know. Come on. Come on. And 41's how it ends. It was technically a snipe. All right. Wasn't that exciting, Katie? Let's move up to the next one. We got the Super Nintendo lot, which is a total of 10 games, sitting at $61. So we picked up an extra $6. Let's think about this. On that last one in the last 20 seconds. And then we picked up like another $13.50 in the other. So we're right around $20 pickup so far. in snipes for the day. Those common NES games are kind of tricky because you can't really sell them by themselves because they're worth like $5 to $10 a piece, let's just say. Right? And if you sell them by themselves, who wants to pay $6 shipping? So you kind of lump them together and you hope like maybe somebody got a Nintendo for Christmas or something and they're looking to expand their collection, or there's one game in there maybe they don't have in their collection. I don't know. But yeah, they're tricky. It's tricky to sell the common games, I think. Because even at the game shows where I went and sat down at like the brewery and stuff, you didn't sell a lot of common games. You'd sell pretty rare games generally. Speaking of which, these are relatively common games as well too for the Super Nintendo. Super Nintendo though, games are worth a hair more, I would say, as far as the medium price goes. Nintendo has some extremes that are higher, and Super Nintendo has some extremes that are high too, don't get me wrong. But I don't know. It's kind of interesting. Who knows? It is what it is. It is what it is. So yeah, you know, I've been working with the buy it nows, kind of putting it in the formula for the new year, Katie. And let's see here. We had 17. How many do we have? 17. So we have 10 buy it nows that are live currently. And I will be kind of cycling them in and out, like adding a couple each week and taking a couple down. So I took down 2 lower dollar ones and put them in the auctions for this next week. And that was Bart's Nightmare for the Simpsons SNES. I think I had it just at like $22 or something like that. And then I had SimCity Complete Inbox for like $29. So I put those in just auctions for 99 cents. Next week we might have, I want to see how the Cinetron goes. It's auction ending here soon. What that ends up at. Because I might pull down a heavy TurboGrafx 16 game into the mix for the auctions next week if it doesn't sell. So we'll see how that ends up going. But yeah, tell you what, these hands hurt from cleaning games. A lot of these Super Nintendo games and stuff I've been getting were from like rental shops and things like that. And I am cleaning the snot out of them, trying to get them to look as presentable as possible. Hence why I'm trying to work on see the staining here. I'm trying to find ways to fix that. And the whole game itself has that Nintendo stain. This might be a little bit of smoking stain here too, but I threw these through the ionizer to remove the smoke smells, but you know, kind of is what it is, I guess. Is what it is. All right, we're getting down there. I wonder what's going to happen here. These have been kind of fun. You know, you get 14 bids. You have 24 watchers. 14 bids on this lot is quite a bit. So my phone's been getting pinged quite a bit throughout the week, which is always fun. I always get a little nervous when I hear how do you say it? A ting on my notification from eBay on my phone. Kind of like how you get a work email. You don't know what it is. It could be something good. It could be a bid, which it usually is a bid 99% of the time. Or else it's somebody asking a question. Or somebody may have had a problem with one of your auctions. Like I had sent a controller out that didn't work and I felt terrible about it. And I just refunded the guy his money. So he seemed happy about it. I don't think he ever wrote me a review though. But he seemed happy, and that's what's important. I want the customer to be happy at the end of the day. Without scamming me though. But he didn't scam me. He was pretty legit, I could tell. All right, we're under the 20 seconds. We're at 12 seconds, 10 seconds at $61. Are we going to get anything? Are we going to get anything? Oh, there's one snipe, $64. We went $3. Come on, what's 64? $76, folks. And that's what she ends at, and we'll take that.
Wow!
Yes, that is Stacy's favorite snipe right there. How about that? Hey, look at that. 3 auctions, 3 snipes. And we're almost at $20, right? And we went up another 15, so $35 in snipes. We'll take it. We'll take it. We'll take it. Now, I don't think this thing's going to move. $51.50. I don't know. I'm confused by it. It's I know it's worth a lot, and it is in pristine condition. This one is. It is in really nice shape, which means everything, right? And it's a fun game. So they made Twilight Princess for the GameCube. They made it for the Wii. I don't think they made it for the Switch or anything. If anybody knows in the chat, I don't know. But we'll see. We could have some fun noises, right? Like, oh, we haven't done one of these in a while. So I'll just give this one this because it is. Yeah, it's a hot item. I don't think they're going to get any more bids, but you never know. It does have 20 watchers, though. So that is impressive. Who knows? So, Katie, I do think you should sell those Pokemon cards. Yeah, set it up as a buy it now and just let it sit. But you have to pay attention. You got to ship it when they pay. I think the key thing to eBay is shipping everything is fast. Oh, we just got 168 out of nowhere. Wow. I love people. 3 minutes to go. Look at this, 177. We have a bidding war going on, folks. We have an official bidding war going on. 187.50. We still have 2 minutes and 45 seconds to go. Wow. Wow. Let's hit the refresh once. I want to see who the high bidder is. Oh, great. A guy has 0%. I hope they pay. 195. Holy moly macaroni. Now, 203.50. I don't know. This is getting a little crazy, guys. Is it still the same guy? 219.50. 227.50. This can't be right. It's still the same guy. I don't... Wow. We'll just go. I mean, why not, right? Dear Lord. That is crazy. I have to say. Let's see this, because this guy doesn't have any rating. That always makes me a little bit nervous, but hey, you got to buy your first thing at some point, right? $227.50 with a minute and a half to go. Huh. We'll go with it, though. Well, hopefully they pay. If not, it just goes back up for auction again, right? I'm not out anything. Except I want the money now. $235? $243? What the heck? No, this can't be right. Let me hit the It's still the same guy. Some guy must have just put a ton of money. The guy with the 0 rating So somebody's bidding this up that isn't this guy. Oh, what's that? Oh, those are things selling. What the hell? Open a new tab. He's from Canada and he joined 2 days ago. 251? Now, eBay has this new thing where the international shipping goes somewhere else. But as excited as I am to see something this high, I have a real bad feeling about it. But we'll see. We'll give it a snipe. I mean, I don't believe it though. So what happens to Canada now is this gets shipped to somewhere else, like Chicago, and then eBay ships it to Canada for me. Huh. That's a big number. $251.50. I don't... Normally you get kind of excited about that, right? Now this is the one that I kind of am curious about. So TurboGrafx 16 is weird. They're rare. Kind of like you want your steak, right? And this game complete in box says it's valued at $100. Loose, just the cartridge thing, it's $50. Now, what's weird about Turbo Games is they came with a cardboard box as well too. So this doesn't have the cardboard box. So I say it's complete in jewel case. Tested with video. Hey, look at that. Nice description, right? But the whatchamacallit? Nobody has these boxes almost at all. Yeah. Lamont, you might be right there. He might be thinking he's bidding in Canadian. Hey, did that just go up? Was it $61, $67 now? I can't remember. Oh, dang it. I'm not paying enough attention, guys. I kind of get a little bit confused. Okay, I don't think it happened then. So it's at $67. Yeah, I think it was 67. That would be 175 US, which is closer to right. You might be onto something there. Yeah, we'll see if he pays. I don't have a ton of faith. It's just a lot of money for that game. It's a great game and it's rare. I get it. It's super rare. But there's buy it nows for cheaper than that. But we'll see. Contractually obligated to pay. But when somebody signs up for an account 2 days ago, kind of makes you wonder, did he sign up an account because he's selling the game too? And he just bid it and plans to never buy it, and he's pissed that mine's up for sale at the same time? I don't know. Be a real jerk move to do. But you never know. There's slimy people out there. There definitely is. But the majority of people are good people. So we gotta know that, right? Yeah. I don't know. Haven't gone ice fishing yet, and I really should have by now. And I've been skiing so much that I feel like I'm getting enough time outside, you know, even though you're setting up a tent and stuff, but it's really an outdoor sport. My friend Joe, who lots of times listens to the show, he listens to it recorded and live. But usually in this car. He took my old fish house that I sold to him up to the Detroit Lakes area and fished Little Detroit. And he said he's getting 7 miles to the gallon pulling that beast. And I believe it. Those are heavy units, which is crazy because you tow out this super heavy unit So it's the views number, I think, that keeps changing that makes the screen move. I think that's something new. Because I don't think these normally update on top. We'll see. So it's Dean that's winning right now. See, the 80 just went away, reviews. Now it came back again. Huh. That's what's moving the screen up and down. Wonder if it's like a bit of a refresh function. It's kind of driving me nuts. All right, we got 20 seconds. We're in Snipe Land. We're at $67. This is very curious to see because I'd like this to go to $80, to be honest. And if it doesn't go to $80, I have to kind of think how I'm going to be selling these games. But we'll see, huh? Oh, nothing. 1 second. It's cold. That is cold. Ouch. 67, which is still not a bad price. Don't get me wrong. But I kind of wanted to see where that would really, really end up. All right, so we have one more auction to go here. Oh, Joe just gave the thumbs up on fishing. He is listening. How about that? Joe, it's always nice to hear from you, sir. Yeah, Joe's one of the good people in the world. I'll tell you that much. All right, so we have 2 games. We have Super Mario Galaxy 2 and Animal Crossing for the Nintendo Wii, both of them. Brand new in the box and sealed. One's at $31 for the Mario Galaxy. And another one's at $23, and that is the Animal Crossing. So we'll see how this one ends up here, huh? We'll see. Oh boy. It's hard to show when they're sealed in the box. Because the sealing, it's so tight on the Nintendo Wii stuff. You can kind of see it there. See how it kind of sparkles a little bit? They have like a weird like kind of cross seam there. But this Animal Crossing has been kind of painful to watch. Because it was literally, look at it, 28 bids. It was like getting 50 cents bids forever. Just back and forth between these two people. I was like, come on, come on, come on. But we do have 2 different buyers on this. Curious to see if we get any multi-shipment. Or if my good old buddy, why can't I think of his name now? Can't think of his name. He buys for me every week. But he likes to buy, usually seems like Sega Genesis and Sega Master System. So waiting for payment still on. Got a repeat buyer here. Who is this? Buyer Gadget 516 bought the Super Nintendo. He's a repeat buyer. So thank you. Been paid for the NES collection. And that's it so far. Huh. Wonder. It always is elusive to me why people bid on things at the last minute or last seconds and then they don't pay right away. But you know, I complain about that every week, right? But yeah, this is our last two auctions right here. We have 1 minute and 42 seconds to go. We're at $31 and $23. It's been fun, guys. Next week's show we have 15 auctions instead of 7. So double your money, double the fun. We might have to do a little bit of something in there. I have some things to show off, but I'm just trying to think of the legalities. I have a golden tee that I significantly modded now, and it plays the more current versions, and it is just works amazing. But I know that my channel isn't necessarily popular enough that anybody would ever notice that I'm doing what I do, but kind of like to show it off a little bit. And we got Also running on there, we have Silver Strike Bowling, Putt Putt, and now I'm working on that one that you use the lawn toss game too. So that'll be on there shortly. So yeah, it's been fun. And the gun games I've been producing out lately have just been so phenomenal. I haven't heard from Stacy's cousin yet, but he just bought an arcade to mod. So we'll see how that goes. All right, 15 seconds. We're in Snipe Land. 31 and 23. 31 and 23. 10 seconds. 31 and 23. Wii games are hard. Nope, 35. We got one snipe. 35, 23. 35, 23. 35 and 23. We'll take it.
Wow!
Well, I guess that's all we got today, guys. Whoa. Oh my god, I broke everything. Hold on a sec. I hate the system sometimes. Why won't it let me move this? Alright, now I'll move it. Alright. So I can look square in the camera anyway, right? Yeah, so we'll see if the guy pays the $250 or whatever for that game. If not, we'll be putting it back up again. And we'll have all the fun once more. And, yeah. But yeah, the international buyers that have bought from me with the new eBay policy, I think only like 2 out of the 4 have paid. So I'm not overly optimistic. But anyway, I want to thank you guys, and I hope that you enjoyed the show, and have another great week. Oh. Thanks. Take care.